Hi everyone, my name is Emily, also known as Ethereal Chasing. Today I'm on another hike and I actually have a date in an hour, so I have to head back to my car, but until then I wanted to film a quick video for you all, just touching on some things I mentioned in my last video that I want to dive a little bit more into. There's always opportunity for people to do better and to choose the right thing. Unfortunately, when you have different groups of people around you telling you different things, it can be a little hard to stick to what you want, either because they're making fun of you or because they're making you feel uncomfortable. Whatever it is, when you're around a lot of people all the time, for instance, you live with your family and then you go to work and then you have like an extracurricular that you do, when you decide to change something very major about your life, you'll notice how the inputs that other people have can really be all over the place, and they can actually affect your vision of it. And maybe they're not doing it directly, but either way it's occurring, and it's up to you to correct that and to stick to what you want for yourself. For instance, I feel like I gave a lot of examples about my last relationship in the last video, and something about that person that, not that it upsets me, but just like makes me kind of sad for them, is how easily they are manipulated by the people around them, or maybe just the word influenced would be better. I feel that a lot of things occurred that I wasn't aware of that caused the relationship to end the way it did, but I'm glad that it did, because I honestly feel saved from a lifetime of misery. So I'm really glad that things happened the way they did. It just makes me a little sad for that person because I could see the devolving, you know? Like when we first met, they told me about a person in their family that was into the spiritual path, similar to me, and they really liked how I loved crystals because it reminded me of this person in their family that they were really close to. So we started going to crystal shops every chance we got together. They really loved it. I really loved it. We were starting to form a collection, and they had their desk at work covered in them at one point. And as time went on, they began bringing the crystals back to our home, just saying like, oh, the office maid or whatever could break them, I'm worried about that. But I realize now that they were being made fun of. Maybe maybe not as like directly as you would expect, but this is like a male in a male-dominated office with crystals on his desk. Like, obviously there's going to be some people that just don't understand, and that's fine, but it just really bummed me out that it caused him to, remove them from his space, because I knew that it really helped him. He would love the small rocks that he could like rub his fingers on, kind of like an anxiety tool. So that's just like one of the things that should have been a red flag for me, of how easily influenced that person could be. And that's not the type of person that I want in my life. I need strength, clear vision, It's just one of those things that I wouldn't really want to change, because I mean, how exhausting would that be? It's not any of our jobs to make people understand that they are sovereign, and that other people's opinions are reflections of themselves. It's just easier to live by example. it's easier to be a message of love and compassion rather than ill will. He started, we were on a break and he started having relations with one of his coworkers who's like 10 years younger than him, which also red flag. And this person that he was having the relation with was stalking my social media, probably still is. And I should have known that, like, this person is trying to manipulate him even further about me. Yeah. And that's okay. I truly don't care. It's just really sad to see that happen to somebody now, you know? Thank you. Starting to feel a little bummed about it, but the wind kind of like wakes me up and reminds me that everything is happening for my highest good. That's all that matters. And for yours too. If you're watching this, everything is working out for you. I promise. Even though, you know, sometimes it might not seem like it. I have had days where I don't want to get out of bed, but I know I have to. And I go out and I meet somebody that completely changes my mood, like for the better, of course. But they say something or are wearing something and we strike up a conversation and I just feel like I met somebody I've met before on my journey, you know? That reminded me about the perfection of life. And I'm meeting people like that all of the time. This person I'm going on the date with is, I don't want to say my mirror because we're all each other's mirrors, right? However, they really light me up and then tell me that I light them up. It's really important to remember that you're blessed. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. After all the things that you've gone through, I promise you would not be here if your Creator did not want you to be here. I've always felt like I have like an assignment almost. Like there's something I'm meant to do. I'm really grateful to be here. Things are still, you know, coming together. And maybe you can relate to that too. Things might still seem like they're coming into focus, but you've never been alone on any step that you took. You've always had a protector that you couldn't see. So be grateful for that always. Just be grateful for life and for breath and watch all the miracles unfold for you. 8:11, okay. I feel like I said everything I needed to say, you know? Be very careful about people in your life that are easily influenced by others to think a certain way, talk a certain way, choose something, you know, like when you're out to eat, and they just can't think for themselves, or you're out trying to figure out what to do and they just are always relying on other people. In my last relationship, I was kind of like that, and that shows me that I was just okay, I get it. I was like just not loving myself enough, and that's a clear indication of somebody that doesn't love themselves enough, is when they rely on others to tell them what is right and what is weird, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, you know? Have discernment for yourself, for everything in your life. You know best, I promise. Okay. I hope you all are having a beautiful, beautiful day and a beautiful rest of your time. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Wanted to say thank you for all of the love, the likes, everything. I feel so grateful just to know that there are people seeing me and hearing me. Not that I need it, but it's good. I feel I feel good when I make these videos, and that's what matters. Alright, love you. Bye.